man, you can't be serious. Spider mites. As we start to move a lot of our growing indoors, our plants can become more susceptible to a whole new batch of pests. The most common of these is spider mites. For this video, we're going to be referencing the two-spotted spider mite. By far, this is the species that causes the most problems. Today, I want to show you 4 ways that you can naturally treat a severe spider mite infestation. In addition, let's discuss how you can set up your indoor plants properly to prevent and even repel new infestations from ever occurring again. And it starts right now. By the time you discover a spider mite infestation, the population will likely be quite large. The chances of you randomly discovering a single or even a few mites on your plant's leaves is very small. It's the subsequent damage to our plant foliage that alerts us to a spider mite outbreak in the first place. The life cycle of the spider mite is pretty straightforward. Females lay 2 to 6 eggs a day, usually on the undersides of the leaves. They do this for about 2 weeks. The eggs themselves hatch in less than a week. And in roughly a week after that, they're going to be ready to lay their own eggs. Thus, in any given infestation, there's going to be multiple generations of these things present. The damage comes from how the spider mites feed. They first pierce the plant tissue and cell walls, and then suck out the juices, causing mechanical damage that's not reversible. It is this damage that first alerts us to a spider mite problem, rather than actually seeing these guys running around. So, now that we know how they grow, how they eat, and how to identify a spider mite problem, let's talk about how to eradicate these guys naturally. Numerous chemical treatments exist on the market and are readily available for those that wish to use them. The purpose of this video, however, is going to be to discuss the natural methods on dealing with spider mites, so that's going to be our focus today. The first method when going on the offensive against these guys is to use a homemade insecticidal soap. The soap is only effective on contact, and repeat treatments must be made to ensure that all generations of the spider mites are eliminated. The formula is easy. Start out with 1 liter of water. Add in 1 tablespoon of a natural perfume-free hand soap. And 1 more tablespoon of vegetable oil to act as a spreader sticker. Spray that mixture all over the plant's foliage, paying special attention to the undersides of the leaves. Repeat the sprayings every 3 days for up to 3 weeks. Now, it's important if you see the leaves reacting negatively to this spray, you're going to have to wash them with a clear, pure water solution in between each application. This soapy spray acts as a smothering agent, essentially suffocating the adult and subadult stages. The eggs can remain unscathed, hence the need for multiple applications. This homemade soap should be your first line of offense. The second natural method that I use to control spider mites is another homemade spray, this time using alcohol as the active ingredient. For this application, we simply use rubbing alcohol, specifically 50% isopropyl over-the-counter rubbing alcohol. I dilute it to about 25% strength, but the percent strength that you start with may differ, so take note. Again, spray all the leaves, paying particular attention to the undersides. That's where the spider mites live. The alcohol will most certainly kill all mites on contact, but again, is going to leave the eggs relatively unharmed. As with the insecticidal soap, spray every 3 days for about 2 to 3 weeks. Wash the leaves with regular water in between applications if you start to notice any foliar damage. The third method to control spider mite outbreaks a little more naturally is diatomaceous earth. Diatomaceous earth is a naturally occurring silicon-based rock that's pulverized into a fine white powder. It works as a miticide in 2 ways. First, it acts as an abrasive material that pierces and physically damages the mites. And secondly, as a powerful desiccant. As such, diatomaceous earth only works when dry, so most definitely do not use it in conjunction with the first 2 methods. When you're applying this stuff, make sure to wear a mask or a respirator. Simply dust the leaves of the affected plants as well as the topsoil. It will work as a systemic, so you might only need 2 applications. Again, this stuff won't kill the eggs. However, a 2-pronged attack, first with the insecticidal soap for 1 to 2 weeks, followed by 2 applications of diatomaceous earth, can be massively effective and permanent. The fourth method for eradicating spider mites naturally is predators, 2 in particular. First up is the ever-popular ladybug. Ladybugs, or ladybirds as they're sometimes called, are a beneficial insect in the beetle family, common in most gardens in Europe and North America. A single ladybug can consume up to 100 spider mites in a single day. So if the female spider mites are only laying 2 to 6 eggs a day, a few ladybugs can really control that population. Another great predator to use is actually another spider mite. These are known as predatory mites, specifically the species Persimilis. These guys are easily one of the most effective biological control methods known. They need 70 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit to operate most efficiently, but at those temperatures, these guys get the job done fast. It feels weird to release even more bugs into an area, especially indoors when you're dealing with an infestation. I get that. And dollar-wise, predatory insects can have a high initial cost compared with the other methods. The predatory insect route works best when the initial spider mite population is already somewhat under control. So give the first 3 methods a try before resorting to biological warfare. Now that we have all the tools to rid our plants of spider mites, let's work at preventing any future outbreaks. To accomplish this, we actually need to change the environment. Spider mites love it warm and dry and calm. Now, we can't exactly lower the temperatures without negatively affecting our crops, but we most certainly can change the other parameters. It has become proven that spider mites don't like the increased air circulation of a simple fan blowing over the leaves of your plants. So make sure that at least once a day to really give those plants a good dose of moving air. Indoor plants can really benefit from it anyways, so it's already a smart indoor practice to be doing. The other thing you can do to create an inhospitable environment for spider mites is to mist with plain water. They really don't like standing moisture on the leaves, so a couple times a week, especially if you have good airflow, give those leaves a good misting with just regular tap water. When you think about it, nature already does this with rain outdoors, so it's not a new concept. Do these 2 things of increased airflow and regular mistings, and your chances of a spider mite outbreak are greatly reduced. I know these infestations can be super frustrating and seemingly make indoor gardening appear difficult and troublesome. But at the hobbyist level of a few hundred square feet, it's not that difficult to get these guys under control. You really don't have to resort to harmful systemic chemicals on either your indoor food crops or your grow operations. The natural methods used in this video, if followed diligently, will work effectively and safely. Hey, if you have any other natural, safe methods that you've used to control spider mites in the past, throw it in the comments down below. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. If you're getting value in this and the other series that I'm doing on YouTube, hit those like, share, and subscribe buttons if you'd be so kind, and I'll see you in the next video.